Well, we've said it a few times this season. Again, you've lost, but you probably deserve to take something from.
Yeah, can't fault the players' efforts and how they've approached the game. I think the preparation was right. We looked okay tactically. First half there wasn't quite enough spark or energy or tempo, which we addressed at half time. And I thought the second half we were much better. We showed a little bit more of that, played forward a little bit more, created decent opportunities again without probably getting enough shots on target, but got in the final third, well put balls across the box. But listen, I'm gutted. It'll ruin my long week now when I get beat. I hate getting beat, being part of Tranmere. The demand is you always win, that's it, and it's my demand as well and the staff's demand, so we're always going to be gutted we've lost. But for me now I've got to look at the bigger picture, and I've gone, okay, when it's calmed down a little bit, I've looked at them today and they've been promoted, and I'm looking at it going, we are not too far away from them today. They won with a worldly goal with one of the players of the season, scored a goal out of nothing, and then I'm looking at it going, right, if we're going to get to where they're getting to, what's needed in the summer, and we know what's needed in the summer, and it's also up to us to produce it and recruit it.
Looked like a stonewall penalty for you the first half as well, Josh's cross and the handball, and it's those fine lines sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because it changes the flow of the game, because especially with the pressure that they're under, we get the penalty and score the penalty, and then all of a sudden they go a little bit. But like I say, I can't fault the lads' efforts and endeavour. We threaten the goal, we tried to make positive changes and bring strikers on the pitch and go for it, and the lads left everything on the pitch today. It wasn't, like I say, it wasn't for the lack of effort, but we've got to look at bigger picture now, like I said, and we've got our management team and everyone around it now is now fully focused on getting the right players in to make sure that we're where they are this season.
Yeah, you talk about the bigger picture, and of course, your first game as manager. Did you feel different today on match day?
Not really, no. I plan and prepare the same way I've always done when I've been in the interim role. It's always about the club, the fans, and trying to put the best performance on for them and winning games for them. So it didn't really feel too different, if I'm honest. I think it's one of them games where you want to finish on a high, you want to win the game. The performance is all right. Like I say, final third needs better, but we know we need the players there in the summer. We need to recruit the right players and get the right players through the door, because all the staff and the players who are with us now, they've got to be fully focused on promotion, and every day that we live, we train. So whether we're in the building or out the building, every day it's all geared towards what's the best thing to do for promotion, because that's what Tranmere need to be doing. We need to be competing at the right end of the table come the last game of the season, like these are. And it hurts me that someone else is celebrating on our turf. It really hurts me. So, like I say, we've got to take that hurt and make sure we make sure that that's us next season.
Only just finished the last game of the season, I know, but that forward planning started already. Obviously, the slightly different structure with Neil Downs coming in and Nigel Atkins as the technical director as well.
Yeah, I think we've been planning in the background since I've taken over. We're looking at the recruitment for next season. It's a great addition, Nigel coming back in. It'd be great for me because his experience and his success speaks for itself. So for someone to bounce ideas off and speak to, it's fantastic for me and the rest of the staff. But one thing I can assure the fans is that the fans aren't, the staff aren't having any time off in the summer in regards to going away for 6 weeks. We'll be constantly talking, we'll be constantly meeting each other, thinking about the best players who can go and drive us forward.
I mean, if you look at the analysis of the statistics, I think 6th or 7th best defence in the league, but was it 45 goals in 46 league games? So yeah. I suppose we know where we need to really step up.
Yeah, I think if you look at the games since I took interim to there, they've all looked pretty similar in the way that we've looked quite solid. Okay, there's been the one or two where we've made mistakes, but other than that, there's not been a poor defensive record. But it's just getting into that final third, having that spark and creativity. And I just want to mention Sam Taylor again today. I thought he was outstanding today. I thought he was unlucky not to get his goal. He must have been whiskers away from tapping it in the middle of the box. But he's got the right mentality and attitude, the types that we want.
Yeah, does that encourage you really? You want the younger players to be coming through as well. It's not just about looking outside the club, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, it's. I think I've spoken about this in a couple of presses recently. Is the balance? The balance I feel like, and we all agree, hierarchy as well, is that probably got the balance slightly wrong this season, where we've gone too young and lost experience. So yes, these Sam Taylors and players like that are important, but it's also important to get players who've done the level and know what's required to go and get promoted again. You'll hear me saying that all the time. It won't happen in a couple of games in the season, but over the long term, come the last game of the season, we need to be getting promoted.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players in contract. I know Tom Davis has signed that at a 2-year deal as well. Someone like Regan Henry, you've had from Forest Green, about experienced players. I think he's had a good influence on the squad.
Oh, he is. He probably typifies everything I'd want in a player. Takes the ball, no matter what the score is, he'll take the ball, he'll try things, he'll drive the team. He's great mentality. Every day he comes in, he trains properly. He's a pleasure to work with, and he's someone we're going to have to speak to and see what we can do. But I mean, the level of that player, I wouldn't be surprised if there's higher interest and higher league interest. But they're the type of players we want at the club. I think everyone appreciates him. The players love him, love playing with him, and I'm sure the fans enjoy watching him play.
And the fans today, I mean, right to the end of this season, they followed you, haven't you? I mean, a mid-table position in the end, but the fans have been top of the league.
The fans always are, home and away. Their attitude and everything coming the game, they could have seen that today, and they could have outsang us today, and I don't think they did. I thought our fans were great. It must have hurt them as much as it hurt us watching a team come out onto the pitch at the end of the game, but even still, they're clapping at the end of the game, clapping the players. I think they appreciate the effort, but they know themselves, they want to be in a position where the Northampton fans were this season and getting promoted, and like I say, that's all what we're gearing up to now.
And the preparation starts now, as you say, and pre-season, and don't run over the Black Cats after all the injuries they had pre-season last time round.
Oh yeah, like you say, the injuries we picked up. Harvey Saunders's, I think Harvey's is only the second muscular injury we've had, but that's just the quantity of games, I think, in a short period of time and what he's put into it. But you look at, like people say, what does a Tranmere player look like? You look at players like Harvey who leave everything on the pitch, and them type of players, and they threaten the goal and they cause problems. So like I say, we've just got to get more Tranmere players through the door.
And as far as you're concerned, looking forward to having the pre-season where you're in charge.
Yeah, like I say, the planning starts now. It's not just recruiting the players, it's getting the players prepared for how we're going to play for next season. And I think we've got a really good core that are still with us for next season. I said it to the players after the game, we've got a really good group going into next season, the ones who are under contract. It's getting the ones back fit who've been injured, but adding to it and making sure we're in a better position at the start of next season than we are now.
Wish you every success.
Thank you very much, appreciate everything.